Welcome to AI Debate Arena. Today, we're diving into a polarizing topic: is Donald Trump good for the future of the USA? On one side, we have Trump Vanguard, standing firm that Trump's strong leadership is key to America's prosperity. On the other hand, we have Future Guard, asserting that Trump's policies have done more harm than good. Buckle up, folks. This is bound to be a riveting exchange of ideas. Let's kick off with our first question.
Trump's policies have harmed our international standing and deepened divisions within the country. This is not the future direction we want for the USA.
Donald Trump has reinvigorated our economy like never before, creating jobs and securing border. He's the leader America needs to ensure a prosperous future. Question 1. Has Trump's economic policy served the interests of all Americans or just the wealthy elite? Let's set the record straight. President Trump's economic policies have been a resounding success for all Americans, not just the wealthy elite. The Tax Cuts and Jobs Act of 2017 was a landmark achievement, slashing corporate taxes from 35% to 21%, which not only boosted job growth but also delivered significant tax breaks to middle-class families. This legislation resulted in over 7 million new jobs, with middle-class family incomes increasing by nearly $6,000. Moreover, the act doubled the standard deduction and child tax credit, benefiting millions of American families. It's not just about numbers, it's about the tangible impact on people's lives. Under Trump, America experienced an unprecedented economic boom, with record low unemployment and historic stock market highs. His policies have brought jobs back to America, revitalized manufacturing, and enhanced economic competitiveness. The narrative of doom is just that, a narrative. The facts are clear. Trump's economic policies have been a win for America, and that's a fact we should all be proud of.
Let's examine the impact of Trump's economic policies on all Americans. The 2017 Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, a cornerstone of his economic agenda, disproportionately favored the wealthy. 83% of the benefits went to the top 1%, exacerbating income inequality to its widest gap in 50 years. This starkly contrasts with the needs of the broader population, where policies aimed at reducing inequality and promoting equitable growth are essential for a prosperous future. Furthermore, Trump's policies, such as deregulation and trade tariffs, have been criticized for their potential to increase costs for consumers and disrupt supply chains, affecting low-income households disproportionately. The proposed cuts in social programs and environmental regulations could further marginalize vulnerable communities. In conclusion, policies that primarily benefit the elite do not serve the interests of all Americans. Our future requires policies that promote equity, sustainability, and economic justice for everyone, not just the privileged few. We must prioritize policies that address income inequality and ensure that economic growth benefits all segments of society.
Question 2. Has Trump's approach to foreign policy made America safer or more isolated globally? As Trump Vanguard, let's make one thing clear. America first is not America alone. Under President Trump's leadership, NATO allies have significantly increased their defense spending, bolstering our collective deterrence against potential threats. This move not only strengthens our alliances, but also ensures that our partners contribute their fair share to our mutual security. Trump's tougher stance on China has been a game-changer, forcing Beijing to confront its unfair trade practices and intellectual property theft. This assertive approach has positioned the U.S. as a leader in global trade negotiations, enhancing our economic and national security. Critics may label this as isolationism, but I call it asserting our strength. America's safety is non-negotiable, and Trump's policies have demonstrated a commitment to protecting our interests without entangling us in unnecessary conflicts. His historic peace agreements in the Middle East and efforts to counter China's influence have earned us respect on the global stage. We are not isolated. We are respected for our unwavering commitment to American sovereignty and security.
Analyzing Trump's foreign policy approach, it's clear that his America First philosophy has led to significant global isolation. This isolation is not synonymous with safety. Rather, it undermines America's influence and security. Evidence of this can be seen in the international backlash following his withdrawal from the Paris Agreement and the World Health Organization. These actions not only alienated allies, but also hindered cooperative efforts to address pressing global challenges like climate change and pandemics. Moreover, Trump's approach has eroded trust among traditional allies, as seen in his handling of NATO and his stance on European security. His focus on unilateral actions and confrontational diplomacy has left the U.S. without a cohesive strategy to address rising global threats, such as the resurgence of authoritarianism and nuclear proliferation. In a world where global challenges require collective action, Trump's policies have positioned the U.S. as a bystander rather than a leader. This does not make America safer. It diminishes our ability to shape international outcomes and protect our interests. As a global community, we must recognize that our safety and prosperity are intertwined with those of other nations. Therefore, I challenge my opponent to demonstrate how Trump's isolationist policies have enhanced America's security and global standing.
Question 3. Did Trump's handling of the COVID-19 crisis benefit or harm the country's response? Fellow Americans, let's set the record straight. President Trump's handling of the COVID-19 crisis was nothing short of visionary. By swiftly imposing travel bans from China and later Europe, he bought us precious time to prepare and respond. His leadership in launching Operation Warp Speed resulted in the fastest vaccine development in history, saving countless lives. Critics may try to distort these facts, but the truth remains. Trump's decisive actions protected America during its darkest hour. Under his guidance, the U.S. became a global leader in COVID-19 testing and pioneered groundbreaking treatments. The establishment of the White House Coronavirus Task Force and the invocation of the Defense Production Act ensured critical supplies reached those who needed them most. While opponents may cloud the narrative with political rhetoric, the facts are clear. Trump's mission was America's salvation. His policies not only saved lives, but also paved the way for a robust economic recovery. So I ask you, is swift, effective action harmful? The answer is no. Trump's leadership during the pandemic was a testament to his commitment to safeguarding America's future.
Analyzing the data, it's clear that Trump's handling of the COVID-19 crisis was a significant failure. Rather than leading with science, he downplayed and dismissed it, resulting in over 500,000 lives lost. Our nation deserved transparency and truth, but instead, we faced misinformation, denial, and chaos. This approach not only undermined public trust, but also exacerbated the health and economic impacts of the pandemic. Critically, Trump's response was marked by inconsistent messaging and inadequate resource allocation. Despite early actions like travel restrictions, his administration was criticized for delays in testing and the lack of a coordinated federal response, which left states struggling for resources. Furthermore, his statements often prioritized political interests over public health concerns, contributing to widespread confusion and mistrust. As we consider the future of the USA, it's essential to prioritize evidence-based leadership that values transparency and scientific integrity. The COVID-19 crisis highlighted the need for a responsive and responsible government that puts the well-being of its citizens first. Trump's approach fell short of these expectations, demonstrating why his leadership style is detrimental to our nation's future. It's time to embrace informed decision-making and reject policies that prioritize politics over people.
Question 4. How has Trump's stance on immigration affected the social and economic fabric of the nation? Ladies and gentlemen, let's examine the impact of President Trump's immigration policies on the social and economic fabric of our nation. By strengthening border control and enforcing immigration laws, Trump has prioritized job security for American citizens, contributing to historically low unemployment rates. This approach aligns with the America First principle, ensuring that our economic growth benefits our own people before we extend opportunities to others. Critics often overlook the economic benefits of a more controlled immigration system. By focusing on merit-based immigration, Trump's policies aim to attract skilled workers who can contribute to our economy's growth and innovation. This approach not only boosts national pride, but also ensures that our immigration system serves the interests of American workers and businesses. The question remains, does an open border policy truly serve the best interests of our fellow Americans? I firmly believe that securing our borders is essential before we can effectively extend a helping hand to others. By doing so, we safeguard our nation's prosperity and maintain the integrity of our immigration system. Trump's policies are a step in the right direction, ensuring that America remains a beacon of opportunity for its citizens first.
Future Guard here, safeguarding our future. Trump's stance on immigration not only erodes our nation's vibrant mosaic, but also undermines its social and economic fabric. Over 700,000 DACA recipients, who contribute billions of dollars in taxes, are left uncertain about their future. This uncertainty is emblematic of a broader issue, the exploitation of fear over facts and division over unity. Trump's policies, such as mass deportations and expanded border enforcement, threaten to disrupt industries reliant on immigrant labor, like agriculture and hospitality. brutality, potentially leading to economic instability. Moreover, his rhetoric and actions have instilled fear within immigrant communities, deterring them from reporting crimes or seeking help, which can exacerbate vulnerabilities and harm public safety. Is this the America we want? Built on fear or on hope? America thrives on diversity, not division. Let's invest in a future that values inclusivity and recognizes the contributions of all individuals, regardless of their immigration status. We must prioritize unity and empathy, ensuring that our policies reflect the principles of justice and equality that have always defined our nation. Don't gamble our future. Let's build it on the strength of our diversity.
Question 5. Has Trump's leadership style and communication on social media platforms brought the nation together or driven it further apart? Ladies and gentlemen, Donald Trump's leadership style and his unfiltered communication on social media have been a game-changer in American politics. Rather than driving the nation apart, his approach has exposed the underlying divisions that already exist. By tackling issues head-on, he forces us to confront the truth, even if it's uncomfortable. This directness is a hallmark of his commitment to freedom of speech, a cornerstone of our democracy. Critics argue that his social media presence divides us, but I firmly believe it enlightens us. It prompts us to face the real issues rather than skirting around them. Let's not blame the messenger. Instead, let's address the message. Trump's ability to engage millions through social media has kept him at the center of American politics, even when he's not in office. His influence on platforms like Truth Social shows that his message resonates, regardless of the medium. So let's focus on the substance of his policies and the impact they have on our nation's future, rather than the style in which they're communicated. By doing so, we can truly evaluate whether his leadership is beneficial for the USA.
Here's an enhanced version of your response, tailored for a 30-second audio delivery. As future guard, I argue that Donald Trump's social media style has exacerbated national divisions, sowing discord rather than unity. His controversial posts often sparked outrage and confusion, rarely promoting cohesion. For instance, during the COVID-19 pandemic, his tweets sometimes contradicted public health officials, causing confusion and distrust among Americans. Moreover, studies show that while Trump's social media presence can drive news attention, it does so by polarizing audiences, particularly through partisan media. Let's focus on leadership that bridges gaps, not widens them. We need a unifying force, not a divisive one, to ensure a harmonious future for the USA.
In the grand arena of discourse and knowledge, we've seen a battle of ideologies that have oscillated between the present and the future. The air was electric with tension as Trump Vanguard and Future Guard clashed in an epic match of wits and words. Trump Vanguard's winning strategy hinged on a passionate recounting of Trump's policy successes and their potential for future triumphs. His masterful use of rhetoric and an unswerving conviction in his arguments swayed the scales of this debate. Future Guard, a worthy adversary, brought forth sharp analyses and insightful projections. His discerning scrutiny of Trump's foreign policy stance and data-backed arguments certainly left an indelible impression. But in this dance of debate, there can be only one leading the floor. With an impressive score of 428.2 points outshining Future Guard's 396.9, the victor of this intellectual joust is Trump Vanguard. Congratulations on a debate well fought and a victory well earned. But an electrifying debate. If you enjoyed this intense exchange of ideas, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more. We've noticed that 90% of our viewers haven't joined the conversation yet. Your support is crucial in helping us craft even more captivating debates. Don't miss the chance to share your thoughts in the comments below. Who do you think presented the most compelling arguments? Let's keep the discussion going. Stay tuned for the next thrilling match in the AI debate arena. Additional tips for engagement. Encourage interaction. Invite viewers to engage by asking questions or requesting feedback. Promote subscription. Highlight the benefits of subscribing, such as exclusive content or early access. Tease future content. Create anticipation for upcoming debates or special guests. This enhanced version maintains the core message while adding a bit more flair and engagement to keep viewers interested and invested in future content.